Okay, here we go. TGIF. Happy weekend, mind crafters, right? My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn. This is little Giovanni. And yes, we are talking from Minecraft University, which goes with me wherever I go. And what we'd like to talk about today, he and I, is, well, he's walking around because we started the day with -17, so we didn't get to do our woods routine because his little paws would, it's almost like a burning, I think. So we obviously didn't do that. So he's walking around kind of wondering when we're leaving, but not today. So anyway, what we'd like to talk about is pay yourself first. And we often hear that in relation to financial advisors, which is also a really good tip in that particular context as well. Here, though, we're going to kind of take that the financial crew talk about and bring it into taking care of ourselves in general. So the first thing we have to do, right, Chi? The first thing we have to do is give ourselves permission to take care of ourselves. And actually, Giovanni's really good at that. Takes a nap when he needs to, eats when he needs to, goes outside when he needs to, asks for a belly rub when he's feeling like he needs to. Dogs, we could really take a lot of wisdom from dogs, to be truthful. So the first thing is to give yourself permission, because self-care gets such a bad rap in that it's selfish. And it is selfish in a good way. There's good selfish and bad selfish. Leaving somebody just hanging at home, work, school, the friendships, whatever, just because, we're just putting our own needs first and at the expense of other people. That's bad selfish, obviously. Filling ourselves up and keeping ourselves filled up is good selfish, because there is no better gift we can give ourselves and the world, than keeping ourselves filled up. My dear friend Oprah, I love her. She's not aware of our close friendship, but I adore her. And she talks about it a lot. We got to keep ourselves filled up. And she actually takes a cup. I have my tea mug right here, actually, from my friend Lisa, who I adore. She gave it to me for my birthday. So what's in here is currently hot tea. So all this that's in here is for me, and whatever spills out up and over is for all you, right? That's how it works. If we all did that, and obviously that's metaphorical for keeping ourselves filled up, doing things that make our hearts sing, getting the right sleep, getting the right nutrition, putting boundaries up, which we're going to get to, then we are better, not only for us, but everybody else. We have everything to give. People walk around depleted and in martyr mode, doormat mode, and I made brownies for the PTO 9 times and they didn't appreciate me, and they're cranky when we get locked into that being a human doing rather than a human being, and running around people pleasing and rescuing and everything under the guise of, that's making me a good person, which is not about that. It is, obviously we want to be a good person. But when we're running around people pleasing and rescuing, it's about the ego, not about being a good person. It's about getting that, getting our good feels from doing things for people and getting external approval, which has zero to do with being a good person as far as intention goes. It has to do with, filling ourselves up in a way that's not authentic, I guess is the best way to say it. So really what we want to do is first tell ourselves it's okay to take care of you. And here's the thing, without that feeling of worthiness, we've talked about this, that feeling of self-value, it's going to be a really tough road, because we cannot take care of a self we don't value. I mean, that's just the fact, Jack. Okay, so this is coming from my own Psychology Today article I wrote a long time ago, and I was moved to get back into it because it's winter. It's actually sunny outside, even though last I checked it was up to -14. It's very beautiful. I mean, it's sparkly. It's so pretty. But because it's winter, and winter wherever you are, even if you're not in northern Vermont and it's as cold as here, typically, the days are shorter, obviously, and there's seasonal affective disorders. I don't like the word disorder. It's just such a shame word and so stupid. When people are affected, their affect is affected by the seasons. Let's say that, because we're all wired differently. That's a real thing. If you're in a part of the country or world where it's winter and it's more southern, you might have horizontal rain and cloud, whatever. So that's what kind of inspired me to have this talk, because these tips will work for any time, but they're super good for winter. Okay, so tell yourself it's okay to take care of you. It is okay, not only okay, but it's essential for your own happiness, and again, it benefits everybody else around you. So when you take care of you, it's the gift that keeps on giving to you and the whole world. Okay, realize what a yes hangover is and learn how to say no. Okay, the boundary thing. We talked about that when we set a boundary. That is an outward expression of self-value, saying I value myself enough to say I can do this, this, and that, and not that. That is too much. Which also respects the other person's time, because you don't go into it like that example with the person baking brownies for the PTO 9 times and not feeling appreciated. You don't put the other people in that position either. Do what you can do and feel good, and not the rest. Pass it on to somebody else. And that's just how it works. And also, when you set the boundary, make sure to not apologize most of the time. And there's exceptions to every rule, but you don't say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Oh, I wish I could, but I can't. I've got this, that, this, and that, and this, and I can't do it. I'm so sorry. Gush, gush, throw up. Don't do that. Because first, the world doesn't respect doormats, for one. It's just true. The world does not respect weakness. The world respects strength, and not bully strength. No one respects that either. I'm talking about authentic strength. You just say, okay, here's the thing. I can do this and that. Can't do that. So if I know somebody who maybe you might want to approach because they may be able to do it, fine. You don't apologize. You're just being polite and respectful, and then say thank you for asking. So no apologies. I can do this, not that. Thank you for asking. Maybe check out that person, see what they can do. That's it. Quick, fast. Don't want to throw up all over it. Don't want to say even too much. Just straight to the point. People respect that. Concise and authentically strong. And then go on with your day. It's that simple, really. Learn how to manage your time. See, our life minutes are of the greatest value. We can't even really put language to our life minutes, right? Because that's all we have in the end. We came in our nakedness with nothing, and we're going out the same way. Everything in the middle is just to enjoy it while we're here. So our life minutes is really, they're all we have. So learn to manage them, because when we actually are conscious and deliberate about how we manage our life minutes, we have way more of them left over for leisure for us. You don't need to answer every email. Do we really want that on our memorial stone? Oh, she answered every email. She hit reply all and got everybody. Who cares? She never missed a meeting. And now I'm not saying be irresponsible. We don't want to leave people hanging. We got to do our thing, but the universe rule with living our authentic self and purpose is not at the expense of anybody else, right? So keep it, authentically speaking, there's a lot of stuff we can do to manage our life minutes better. So, in fact, I'm going to just see if I have this in here because I don't see it. Okay, so we'll just add that in. We'll just improv. Okay, so learn to manage life minutes, because when I do I do different talks across the country. I include this one in a couple of them. Is make a not to do list. A not to do list. Typically, that can definitely involve email. There's just no way, probably, that every single one of those has to be done today. It just doesn't. I'm not saying, maybe communicate, get back to you in 2 weeks, whatever, but save the life minutes. Pick something you cannot do today. Scratch it off. I guarantee you there's at least one thing that you can scratch off your list, whether it's home, school, work, whatever. Done. Save yourself some life minutes. It says, do like Ben Franklin and wake up early. Telling you the truth here. Successful people. I know a lot of successful people. I hang out with a lot of successful people. And also know of a lot of successful people that we all know of. And here's the thing. We successful people get up early. Now, there might be a rare exception, but it would be an exception, because successful people wake up and grab the world by the ass and hit the ground running. It's just how we fly. It's how we roll. It usually involves a gratitude practice, some kind of spiritual practice, often of something like physical, outside something. And it's usually not long. It's usually, but very, very consistent. Consistency, way better than intensity. I was talking about that yesterday, actually, with my mastermind friends. All wonderful, delightful, authentic, very successful people. Consistency means just the slow and steady wins the race. If you go to the gym for 15 minutes, it's better than no minutes. Thinking that you're going to do the gym all at once on a Saturday for 3 hours is, in the end, not going to have you successful in that context of that. It's better to go and just be on the treadmill for 3 minutes, because 3 minutes is better than no minutes. Move the context to something different, but consistency over intensity is gonna win the big game. Okay, declutter. I was just doing a reel on this earlier, shorter version. Pick anything. If you're a clutter bug, Start with, a sock drawer or something. I actually I brought, all of the TikTok community that's at least that watches my stuff down to my Zen den, which I'm not going to do right now because we have other stuff going on here. But when I walk into that room that our youngest, Delaney, did a couple years ago, it was one of the kids' bedrooms a long time ago. And she feng shuied it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous because there's nothing in it, really. There's like a day bed with little gnome pillows, one bookshelf, a little fireplace, a bathroom, and a salt lamp, and one small little wooden spa. It looks like it belongs on a spa tree. When I walk in there, there are no like knick-knacky things, nothing. It's just, and there's one picture on the wall of winter, I think. There might be a beach picture. That's it. I mean, it's so emptied out. And when I just walk through the door, I feel creative. I feel peaceful. I feel like this space is I get flooded with just wonderful, good, positive, creative thoughts. It's fantastic. Now, again, if you're a clutter bug, start with a sock drawer. Now, I'm married to Ratatouille. I want to throw everything away. Ratatouille, my wonderful husband, Pack Rat, wants to save everything, so that's kind of an ongoing struggle. But the rule is nothing goes in that room. If it goes in, it goes right back out because it's this space. It also is so easy to clean. We don't really have to clean anything. If somebody comes and stays, we wash the sheets and put them back. That's it, because there's like a little day bed in there, which I just sit on to do my work. And really, all we have to do in that room is sweep the floor. That's it. And occasionally, because there's nothing even to dust. There's nothing, it's really maybe... If you were super excited about it, you could dust the corners of the bookshelf. That's it. And maybe the window. I mean, it takes like less than 60 seconds to sweep that little room. So anyway, do that because you'll get a huge lift from it. The brain does not like clutter. Clutter on the outside leads to clutter on the inside, and also the reverse. Clutter on the inside can express itself and manifest as a cluttered room. It's all not good for us. It's all not healthy. Carve out alone time, solitude time. Solitude, no matter how extroverted you are, is essential for all human beings. It just is. And I'll tell you, on the scale of extroverted, I'm like here, which means I recharge my batteries with, I get a buzz. I get a buzz, like an authentic high. I recharge that way when I'm with people. Like when I go and speak wherever, I'm like in the zone. And then I love when everybody comes, not everybody, when some people choose to come up and share stories, I'm like, my feet aren't even on the ground. I'm so high, I feel like I'm on a hoverboard. And even I need solitude, and G and I get it every single day. We get a daily dose of solitude. It's currently negative 17. Actually, I think it went up to negative 14. So we're not doing the woods today, maybe later if it goes up to 13 like it's supposed to. But every single day of our lives, we get some solitude. Even if you have to duck into a bathroom, like you're in an intense work situation, whatever, hopefully nobody will bother you there. And just duck out and breathe for a few minutes. But we all need it. Introverts need more of it, but we all need some solitude. And then I wrote here, get a plant. And so this is kind of ironic. Anybody who knows me who's watching this, that one actually isn't looking so good, knows that plants fear me. So thankfully, my husband, the Pack Rat, Ratatouille, loves plants. And look at that, huh? Look at that. It's January and they're surviving. That's amazing. That's part of the reason I keep him around. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. That's one of them. He's a great plant guy. He's really good with the details, which not so much. So plants are so good for us, especially in the winter, because they add color. One thing I am good at, although I don't have them right now, so I can't use it as an example, I'm very good at treating myself to buying fresh cut flowers, especially right about now, which I think I'm going to do later today, since it just came into my mind. Because when it's dark, we wake up in the dark, and it's like dark at 3:30 or 4:30. It's like we're bats. We wake up into the dark. It's dark pretty quickly. Great time to buy yourself fresh cut flowers. I often buy two, and I'll put one in the bathroom, just because why not? I'll put one out, where everybody can see on the dining room or coffee table behind me. I think that's where I'll put them later, right there. It's just looking for flowers, isn't it? Totally. And one in the bathroom. And that can also give us color. And then I have number 8 is spend at least 5 minutes being mindful each day. Now remember, mindfulness is not meditation. Now meditation is good for us. There's sitting ones, standing ones, river ones, mountain ones, whatever. I'm not going to dismiss that. Though, especially for those of us in the Fast Mind Club, also known as ADHD, that's, if I, tried to create a thought vacuum, it'd be like opening every window and door in this house and inviting the entire, well, we don't really have a neighborhood, but inviting lots and lots and lots of people in, because that just isn't going to work for this mind. So mindfulness is not about creating a thought vacuum. It's about being actively engaged in your life minutes in the present moment, doing the dishes mindfully, skiing hopefully mindfully. I'm good at that in the woods because, think of the consequences if you're not mindful, right? Mindful conversations, mindful 5-star intimate relations with a loving partner, mindful belly rubbing with Giovanni. Just be in your life, mindful brushing your teeth, anything. So it's not adding to your to-do list. John Kabat-Zinn, the famous mindfulness guy, would say, if you feel like you have to add mindfulness to your to-do list, you're not ready, just don't do it. So it's just being mindful, making a video. I'm in this right now, 100%. And then, so much falls into place when you just actively engage in your life minutes. And here's the thing, when you're not engaged with your life minutes, on autopilot, there's no bigger thief of life minutes than that. Your life's going right by. So there we go. So spend at least 5 minutes each day. Again, duck into a bathroom if you need to. Oh, I did add fresh cut flowers. Okay, that's number 9. Okay, so buy freshly cut flowers at the grocery store for you. It's funny because at Hannaford's, in the next town over, because we live way out there, we had to go to the next town over. They don't even, sometimes if it's a newbie, they'll ask me, oh, do you want a flower bag? Those nice bags they put around in case you're giving it as a gift. They don't even do that anymore because they know they're for me. Well, sometimes they do, but I'm like, no, they're for me. I don't need all that attention for that because they're going, I'm going to, bring them home, snip the bottoms off, put the powder stuff in, and put them on my own coffee table or my own bathroom. And that's it. So that's kind of funny. And then lastly is find your power song. Oh, I'm going to do that today too. Oh, totally. Okay, so number 10, especially in the winter, all these tips are good for any time of the year. Just in the winter, just especially so, especially the flowers, the whole thing. So I'm a big Aretha Franklin fan. I have one power song that leads into the next. So Respect, I think everybody loves that one. My first power song, I dance around the living room. I get a spatula from right over there, or a wooden spoon, and the coffee table before that one, I used to stand on top of it because it was like a little more solid. That one, I don't think it's a little bit wobbly because it's made out of actual trees. I think that's why. But I would stand on top of there. And I did this whole power song years ago, right before my dissertation, because there were some bullies on there, and I just needed to get my strength together. Dissertations or defense. What am I trying to say? Dissertation committees are often known for that. You get some real strong personalities in there that can kind of have a bully dynamic at times. I don't know, it's like trying to pledge a frat or something, please ma'am, may I have another whack, kind of thing. So anyway, I did my power song right before that. I do it a lot of days without all that intensity. I don't even need to have something that big of a deal. It's just, maybe I just want to set my day off to a good start. Maybe it's the middle of the day and I've worked at home that day and I've done a lot of stuff. My brain needs a break from the screen. And so I'll do my power song, right there in the living room. So have a power song that really does it for you. So Think by Aretha Franklin is my first one, and then it rolls right into Respect. They roll right together. And they just played those recently at my surprise 60th birthday party. Yay, because they knew me. That was our daughter Shani had the DJ. So I walked in after I jumped 9 miles in the air because they really did surprise me to my power song. So awesome. Okay, so let's just rattle through these again. Tips for paying yourself first, which are great for any time of the year, but also especially in winter. Okay, so the first one, tell yourself it's okay to take care of you, keep yourself filled up. 2, realize that what the yes hangover is and learn to say no. That's the boundary thing. 3, learn to manage your time, meaning your life minutes. 4, do the Ben Franklin thing and wake up early. 5, declutter your home. It can be a sock drawer. Just start somewhere. It tends to do a domino thing. Especially if you do a closet, which work your way up to a room, whatever's next to it is going to look cluttered, and you'll kind of naturally want to do that. It's such a lift. Oh my gosh. And it declutters your mind. Okay. And then we have get your solitude time. So carve out time for solitude. Get a plant. And then 8, spend at least 5 minutes being mindful each day. 9, buy freshly cut flowers at the grocery store for you. And 10, find your power song. Okay, those are the 10 tips for paying yourself first, which will also added bonus. We'll go over by the plan so we end up on a nice colorful note here. Bust you out of a winter rut. I mean, it's going to do it all for you. So, all right, have a good day.